This is the second time we are going along with this interdisciplinary project. It is on the platform All India Educators Forum. Here I am expressing my gratitude towards Matthew sir, who is the founder of AEF, and the co-founder, his wife, Nina ma'am. Only because of them, I am here on this webinar. Then you know me through the videos. They are my husband's name, I have to say. Only because of him, I was able to come in front of you because of the videos, what he recorded. My duty was only to stand in front of the camera and explain or write on the board, that only. So that is how you came to know about me. So these two things I cannot forget whenever I do one thing on the public platform. Okay, I hope, yes, majority of them have participated now. Little more people are there. Anyway, I think they will come. Yes, here we are talking about the project. Namaste. Yes. My husband, who has recorded my videos, I told you already. He recorded about 120 videos. First 20 videos were taken in another platform. He has recorded everything. I didn't know anything about editing or anything. Yes, only by saying this, I can go forward. The videos made me familiar with you. And AF made me, that platform given me more dimensions. Thank you all. With the gratitude, I am starting. Our topic is Interdisciplinary Project on Globalization. This is from Silk Route to G20. As how we are integrating the projects according to the CBSE's guidelines. First of all, you have to see what is a format. There I have seen two formats. Am I audible, teachers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a format for interdisciplinary project. This is on behalf of teachers. That is, their grade 10 social science lessons integrated. Here, the lessons integrated are, you know, that is making of the global world, then lifelines of national economy, then the globalization. So there comes history, geography, economics. I made one more thing, that is political science also included as part of social science. There I have taken the decentralization and something more. That there comes the G20. Then in the format, first comes the learning objectives, outcomes to be achieved. That is expected learning outcomes. Teacher will have to state the learning objective. Then comes methodology. Is all this we have to fill. That is the thing. I am just telling you the template, what should be written. Then about how you are implementing the plan, implementation of the plan. CBSE has given 10 days, like that, 8 days, 9 days. And after the 10th day, you have to submit this as PPT or like that. Then how teacher allowed students in groups and provide list of options, choices for the students to choose. Yes, you can divide the class into different groups, and the different groups can be entrusted different works or different topics. That way also you can do. That is according to your discretion. Then rubrics used for assessment, as this comes as a part of multiple assessment. In the multiple assessment, several categories are there. So here, common or your own you can use. And you know, this is coming under 5 marks, because 5 marks for the pen paper test, periodic assessment, then 5 marks for the portfolio, 5 marks for the enrichment project, and the rest 5 marks for the multiple assessment. Earlier, this was taken another one as 5 marks, but really this then the mark will become 25. So this interdisciplinary project became the part of multiple assessment, or multiple assessment become the part of interdisciplinary project. That really we can say. So interdisciplinary project we can do through the multiple assessment. That is how it is done here. Or the other way also we can say. So anyway, both will go as complementary. Then fifth point is mode of evaluation. How do you evaluate? Whether individual teacher evaluate or the group of teachers evaluate. Group of teachers means that as it is 4 parts or 3 parts, in individual teacher or the group of teachers can assess. By the group of teachers, sometimes some may be taking history and economics or geography and politics like that. So let them assess like that. That is what is given group of our case. Am I audible, teachers? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then sixth point is project timeline. Project timeline. When you are going to start it. So timeline also, the working days, which all working days you are giving for. CBSE clearly written that even the enrichment project also given in the class. That way it is given. I don't know whether our social science teachers will get the time. I'm not so sure. Because 10 periods, 10 class hours, we are giving like that. I am not sure that whether the teachers are able to do like that. But anyway, the project timeline is there from how many working days you are allotting for them to do this. And then how it is, you will understand while I explain it. Then seventh point is start date. That is mentioned the start date of the interdisciplinary project, that is IDP, initiated in the class. Then closure date also you have to mention. The day students may present IDP and the assessments carried out by the teacher. As I told you, if 9 days they are giving that, the 10th day they will present it in the class. And peer student, the group on the same day with the help of the rubrics. And here you may ask the rubric. Earlier, the 64 pages syllabus, it is written the rubric also, but that rubric is not applicable here because we're taking into account the multiple assessment. How you are making the multiple assessment, that way you can do that. Concept map or bulletin board or like interaction board like that. That I will explain later on. So here the signature of the teacher, facilitator in charge. So this is the template regarding teachers are concerned. Then comes the student side. Name of the student, members of the team. I told you if it is 4 group or 5 group, according to the strength of the class, their members of the team, their names should be written, class, section, data submission, title of the project is here. I had taken the title Silk Road to G20. Like the title should be written. Then the topics of IDP. What are the topics you are taken into account? That is the thing you are. Then subjects integrated. Which all subjects? That is interdisciplinary project means minimum 2 subjects should be integrated. 2 or more subjects you can integrate. Then lessons integrated. Then learning outcomes. Methodology, how integration has been done, how you have done the integration. Then teaching learning process, implementation of plan. So the pedagogy as well as implementation of plan. Then multiple assessment, debate, group discussion, interactive, bulletin board, gallery walk, concept map, flow chart, art integration, map work, peer assessment, etc. will come under the multiple assessment. Then rubrics used for assessment, then project timeline, start date, mention the start date of IDP initiated in the class. Anyway, you will get the screenshot here, then you will get the link. Also, you will get it later. Then closure date, signature of the teacher, then the teacher means the facilitator, the in charge, then multiple assessment, then evidence, photos, videos, research, references, etc. can be done, written there. Then overall presentations, link of PPT, acknowledgement, references, website, books, etc. As usual, when we are submitting a project, that is all. Yes. Then we are studying, because this part, I cannot make it as a PPT. This one I have written and made it. So this is about the presentation template. So I told you what we already seen that way. The heading is a presentation template. Then Title of the project is Globalization, Silk Road to G20. Then topics of IDP. There comes what are the subjects integrated. And the subjects integrated is first column. You just see this is the first column that is regarding history. Then next one geography. Then next one economics. And the last column is political science. Yes. See the first column. Is it visible, teachers? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then comes the learning objectives. Regarding the first one, the learning objectives. That is, this learning objectives, it is written in the syllabus of our CBSE syllabus. What are the learning objectives regarding history is concerned? Before that, history, what are topics here taken into account? That is making of global world. That is Bretton Woods institutions, post-war settlements, then impact of colonialism, colonization, then Silk Road, link the world. That is a topic we have taken the history. Then coming to the geography, that is lifelines of national economy. And third one, the globalization and the Indian economy. And fourth one, I told you, in federalism, that is decentralization. Then what are the learning outcomes, objectives? So here, what are the learning objectives? I will read it later on as a learning outcome, because it will take long time to cover all the topics. So learning objectives, even if I didn't explain, you will get it. Understood. What I want to give you more there, first of all, let me focus on, then we can come back if the time is allotting more. And so anyway, just I am telling you, learning objectives regarding history is explore various aspects of how the world changed profoundly in the 19th century in terms of economic, political, social, cultural, technological way. That is the main content of that. And regarding geography, analyze the impact of roadways, railways on the national economy, evaluate the challenges, discuss how transportation affected the lifeline of the economy, like that. I didn't read it fully. Then the third one regarding globalization economics is concerned, discuss the globalization and how the different people experience differently. That is impact of globalization, connect the role of means of transport and communication, the process of globalization, like that. And the last one, the learning objective regarding political science, how federalism practiced. Here, investigate the reasons for decentralization and find out the roads nearby you. That means you have to move from, it is as a part of experiential learning, you have to go beyond the textbook. So you ask your children, which road, what is the road's name nearby you in your neighborhood? What all roads you are seeing, whether the state road or national highway or panchayat road. Let the children be aware of the things around them. That is the main thing, how the technology affected transportation around your neighborhood. So let them find out the name of the road there. Yes. What is the main difference in project and assignment? Assignment is something what we have studied, what we taught, let them write and come. That is assignment. Project is something they have to find out. So here, beyond the textbook, let them find out there's something important regarding their life is concerned. That is, the NCF is telling we have to bring good human beings who has opened their eyes around and having some empathy, sympathy, some human characters. So this is the thing I have added here. Then coming to the next topic is methodology. Yes, in the methodology, how integration has been done. That is a thing. How integration has been done. So history, I have taken the Silk Road. Yes. You know about the Silk Route, and yes, it has started in 2nd BC onwards, and trade from Mediterranean, that is from the Mediterranean Sea, there from Asia to the Asia, that is from Turkey is very important, the rise of Ottoman Empire, that is 1299 to 1922, that is the 20th century till that. So the rise of Ottoman Empire, political entity ruled by the Ottoman dynasty, capital of Constantinople, earlier name, later it has changed into Istanbul, cultural historic hub, that is the city, the 7th century, the city was founded by Byzantine Empire also, you know, but I am just mentioning the major learning points. In 7th century, Greek settlers renamed as New Rome, and Italy, Greece, Turkey, portions of North Africa and Middle East. There, that is a Byzantine Empire. Why we are talking about this? From there, the people started the trade to Asia and the Middle East and the eastern part of Asian countries. So how the trade route through the roadways and through the waterways. And so in 1930, Constantinople renamed it as Istanbul. That is the main thing what happened there. So why the Silk Route is important is globalization means one country is related to another country, how through the trade we are importing, we are exporting. Now, as globalization is concerned, we are investing in other country, others are investing in our country. Our people are going and working in other country, they are coming and working in our country. So all this way there is interrelation. So this started in history. This started from the Silk Route onwards, or before also. And we know that Britishers exploited us, several foreigners exploited us, they took our raw materials. And here they took our raw materials and they sold for the profit. And there comes the importance of geography. Transportation is the meeting will end within 10 minutes. Anyway, after all, we have to come back again with the after 10 minutes. 10 more minutes, there will be the break time. Then you have to come back. Some of them couldn't come back. That is, I'm again telling you. Yes. Then, so sea road, travelers, traders, how they moved. Then comes the economics, globalization. Regarding globalization comes the WTO also here. Yes, what about I told you, globalization, people wanted to invest in other countries. They want to invest in our country. We want to sell goods to other foreign countries, that is export. From there, we are buying here goods, that is import. All these are major concepts of the globalization. And globalization is related to WTO by to reduce the trade barriers and promote economic growth. And among 164 countries, 98% of the global GDP belonged to these members of the WTO. And so when we say about the WTO, before that we have to say one thing more, the Bretton Woods Settlement, 1944. Bretton Woods Settlement is known as a twin settlements. There comes the IMF, International Monetary Fund, and IBRD, that is Industrial Bank for Reconstruction and Development. And so they are known as the twins. So fixed exchange rate, there existed fixed exchange rate. And then comes the G20 regarding how I reached the G20, because when 1991, there started the liberalization, privatization, and globalization. That is a policy. How the policy introduced from the law, when a legislature, our parliament or our state legislature is enacting a law, that law, how we will implement, that is policy. This policy can be implemented through a government. Where is a government? Government is existing in a nation or in a country, or we can call it as a state. What is a state? State means the territory should be there, people should be there, government should be there, and the government should have the sovereignty, that is supreme power. So there the policy can be introduced. So what about the G20 here? G20 more I will explain later on. And G20 is the latest series of post-World War initiatives. So we have seen WTO. Before WTO, we have seen the twin settlement, then Bretton Woods settlement. Then comes the WTO by 1947. Then comes the G20. And so aimed at international coordination, economic stability. All these are for economic stability, maintain stability all around. Then only we can survey. That we understood through the COVID, isn't it? So any policy on the basis of law of a country means the government decides. We have different levels of government. So we are having different levels of government. That is a decentralization. Yes. The next page. Yes, next page is regarding the teaching learning process. Regarding the teaching learning process, multiple assessment we are taking into account. That is quiz, debate, role play, viva, group discussion, visual expression, interactive bulletin boards, gallery walks, exit cards, concept maps, peer assessment, self-assessment. All these together 5 marks have been given by the CBSE. So how the multiple assessment can bring into this? So the teaching learning process through the we can see I have made a small test paper like that, Silk Route. That is there you can use interactive bulletin board. How the teacher can ask to write down about Silk Route. How they will write down about Silk Route. You can give linking with a dash, 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 goods travel from India to Southeast Asia. Just I done a small question paper like that. This is not a pen paper test. Pen paper test is 5 marks. Isn't it? So here, this comes the multiple assessment as all this concept map, you can ask the children a bulletin board, a board you can have, there you can ask the children to write down what are they, or just on a paper they can write and paste it like that. So linking with Asia, Europe, North Africa, then India too is, there comes 1 mark, that is two states name, 2 countries names, they write half mark like then we can give. Then in return, the gold and silver. So we exported textiles and spices. Instead of in return, gold and silver. There are also 3rd question 1 mark. The foods unknown to our ancestors till 5th century, potatoes, soya, any 2 you can write. That way the mark is allotted there. So this is a part of multiple assessment. And we are doing this because we are connecting how this is connected to geography. Geography is connected to economics like that. Then there you can use the world map also. That there you can use the AIL also, auto integrated learning you can use. Then identify the countries, say route, Silk Road. The Silk Road map is there, that I will explain later on. Even if I didn't get the time, you can go through that I will send you anyway. Then comes the Bretton Woods institutions. All this we are talking about the history. In the Bretton institutions, what are questions we can ask? When did Bretton Woods Conference held? That is in 1944. Name 2 institutions emerged, that is IMF and IBRD. Then the specific state where the Bretton Woods Conference held, that is New Hampshire. Then IMF to deal with the, what are they? External surpluses and deficits of its members. Then what is the role of IBRD? To finance post-war reconstruction. So this way, small questions you can ask. I have written there half mark like that it is written. And that way the multiple assessment can go along with the teaching learning process. Is here they can use the anyway exit cards they can use the bulletin boards they can use. In geography, I have taken the gallery walk. In gallery walk, ask them to paste the pictures of different modes of transportation, starting walking, palkis, bullock carts, bicycles, human pulled rickshaws like that it goes, automobiles, and the latest. So different types of pictures they will bring. So there comes a gallery walk. That is the gallery walk. Then map work. Yes, this map work I want to concentrate. Yes, map work. Let me see the map work. I will explain the map work that will be very helpful for the students are concerned. Yes, let me, sorry. Map work. Not that map work. This one. Okay, I got it. Yes. Yes, this map work, that is international airports. So the geography we are reaching, the map work, an easy method to remember this, most often they will ask the name of the airport, where it is located. So Amritsar, specify the state of airport located in Amritsar they can ask, or they used to ask, where is Raja Sansi Sri Guru Ram Das Airport? So that is in Amritsar. That Amritsar is in Punjab. So I had made a code. A is Amritsar, and name of the this airport's name is Raja. R it starts, and P is Punjab. So like that I made a code. So ARP, Amritsar, Raja Sansi, and Punjab. Then next international airport, Delhi, we can write Delhi Indira Gandhi Airport in Delhi, that is a union territory. DID. Ask the children to repeat and study that. This is map work. Definitely map work. It is difficult to remember everything. So the name of the airports are difficult. I found like that. Then the third one is Chennai, Meenambakam, that is Tamil Nadu. Sorry. Before that, Mumbai is there. Mumbai, Chhatrapati Shivaji and Maharashtra. So MCM. So the other one, DID, Delhi, Indira Gandhi Airport, Delhi. Then MCM, that is Mumbai, Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport, then Maharashtra. Then comes Chennai, Meenambakam, Tamil Nadu. That is CMT, not TMT or like that. This is CMT. Then comes Kolkata, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. That is in West Bengal. That is KNW. So if the children write it or recite it again and again, they will remember it. And Hyderabad, Rajiv Gandhi, that is Telangana, that is HRT. So let them repeat, let them write wherever they go, write and hang nearby their wall or that way. Let them ask them to study like that. This is one of the work I am asking you to do that. Yes, they will do. Yes. So this is work. You have seen the map work. Yes. This is the thing I told you regarding this. You can ask them gallery walk. Then I told you the Silk Route. Yes. Silk Road, the Turkey, that is Istanbul, Constantinople. Yes, this way. And this is the place, you know, the Suez Canal. Yes, that I forgot to tell about. The Suez Canal has played an important role. I think the coming yes. In 1869, the opening of the Suez Canal, where the connected Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. Yes, Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. This is the part of Suez Canal, but it is given in the yellow color. The thing is that as it is constructed by human being, that is why it is not given as a blue color. So instead of circumventing the Cape of Good Hope, the Africa, the traders, the people were able to move from this Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea through the Suez Canal. That was an important advancement of the transportation. And regarding international ports, regarding the roadways, railways, all these are playing an important role. Through the roadways, the Silk Route is reaching here. And through the waterways also it is reaching, that you know. I don't want to spend much time for that. Then we were explaining, this was a page we were explaining about the international airports. Then coming to economics. What about economics? This whatever topics I had given in the board examination also, it is very important, even though it is IDP. Some teachers were going on asking whether we have to take this much only globalization or that much only. I am telling you that it is better to complete the portion, complete the respective of the pages mentioned in that, because then the children will get an overall idea about it. And there is nothing to fear about also. And here, what are the impacts of globalization? You can see the advantages and disadvantages. Who are the advantaged people? Because in the learning objectives, it is written that it is experienced differently by different people. So here, educated, skilled, and wealthy people benefited. Why? Because the globalization, only the rich people can have the higher education and good opportunities they got, and more money they have to invest most often to move from one country to another country. So they benefited. So half mark, that way you can give. Then okay, let me read the merits. Advantages to the well-off consumers of urban area. Improved quality of greater choice, is enough branded items started, is at a lower price, higher standard of living. Then local companies benefited. New jobs are created. Those who supply the raw material, those who pack it, those who have different varieties of job opportunities were given. That is the another benefit of another impact of globalization. Then MNCs benefited, top industries benefited, technology raised the standard of living. Then the products like cell phone, automobiles, fast food, soft drinks, all the producers benefited, even though some of them are injurious to our health. Then the disadvantages, many people not share the benefit. Small producers compete or perish. See that the multinational companies, they made partnership with others. They sent the raw materials. They made the competition. And at last, the multinational companies brought the local companies. That is how the local companies could not stand. That is the example given. The Sushila's case, no, Devi's case. In the case of the Devi's case, why the capacitor builder, how he lost his business, because he was not able to compete with the foreign companies. So that is S here. And so small producers, computer perish. Example is Ravi's case. Is teachers, experienced teachers are there for the newcomers. I am telling you, examples also learn. Examples also give more focus on. Then organized become unorganized is low wages, long working time, no wage for leave. Is that is the case of Sushila's case. Is overtime wage. Is that is the thing. We have seen the unorganized sector. So in the ad page, you just understand on the top of the line, it is written that page or the next page, I don't remember now. Organized become unorganized. There comes a difference between organized and unorganized sector. Then comes to the political science. How do you teach them the decentralization? Is draw a concept map. Is concept map to illustrate decentralization. This also I have done one video regarding decentralization. Is central government to state government to Zilla Parishad. Then, okay, from Binath, let me go. That is better. Is so here all adults members together form as Grama Sabha. From Grama Sabha, all Grama Sabhas together we create Grama Panchayat. All Grama Panchayats together Grama Panchayat Samadhis. All Panchayat Samadhis in a district, that district will call as Zilla Parishad. All Zilla Parishad in a state will form a state government, and all state governments and union territories together we get it is controlled by the central government. We are having 28 states and 8 union territories at present. So all this is there also. You can ask them to draw a chart, a flow chart. So by drawing and writing this, through some art also they can utilize. So activity can also be done, and at the same time, the concept may be very easier for them. Then how self-assessment and peer assessment. Then another question: why do you need the local government? Is that paragraph? Why do you need local government? It is very clearly written. Point-wise, ask them to study that, and first ask them for the self-assessment. One paragraph, very, very important, is why do we need political parties? Like that, some topics are there. Instead of the features of federalism, point-wise given. Other some paragraphs are there. In that paragraph, you give small points there and ask them to write down points and ask them to themselves self-assessment. Later, self-assessment goes to the peer assessment, after all the teacher assessment. So that is very useful. Only the thing is that some follow-up needed, whether they are corrected. This way you have corrected, like that. Yes. Then gallery. Okay. Then come back to history. The Bretton Woods. Yes, Bretton Woods I have said. Yes, geography, peer assessment also. Yes, economics, geography, peer assessment or self-assessment. I told you the map work you can do. Then here in economics, peer assessment, you can do. In the peer assessment, it is an interactive bulletin board you can use. Group discussion you can use. Concept map you can use. Then in the gallery walk, G20, inquiry-based learning, 19 countries and union, that is union of countries. Together we call it as 20 countries. So these 20 countries we call it as G20. Is major issues related to the global economy. Yes, and exit card, just the thing is, you will be clear. I will tell you later. Let me complete till G20, then I will come back. Okay. Then teaching learning process regarding history. What are the teaching learning process we can utilize here? That is inquiry-based learning. Then art integration, photographic display. Then newspaper cutting is collage they can use, cartoon strips, then newsletter, then peer assessment, then I think brochure they can make, brochure or invitation letter they can use. All this through this way they can make this. You can ask, okay, you come and visit the Istanbul. It is a very important major tourist center also. So you can illustrate about it. Something outside the textbook also you should do. That is a major thing now NEP is insisting. Then regarding geography, inquiry-based learning, cooperative learning, videos, movies, visuals, documentaries, map work, then AIL, group discussion, gallery walk, debate, peer assessment. Then peer assessment, almost, and I used to do this in my practice, in my life, as in when I was carrying the teaching profession. That is very useful. And economics, inquiry-based learning, concept map, group discussion, debate, and peer assessment. And political science, concept map, flow chart, group discussion, inquiry-based learning, and peer assessment. Yes. Then comes the learning outcomes. History. Yes. What are the learning outcomes? It is related to the objectives of learning. Summarize the changes that transform the world in terms of economic, political, cultural, and technological areas that depict the global connectedness from the pre-modern to the present day. Then Bretton Woods, yes, we should know IMF, what is IBRD, what about the GATT, WTO, and G20. GATT is General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. That is the thing. Yes, this why the G20 have taken in your syllabus, it is written. That is G20. The children should aware of the G20 also. In the learning objectives, it is written. That is where the G20 I have incorporated here. Then comes the learning outcomes of geography. Enumerate how the transportation work as a lifeline of economy. Yes, when the transportation was not there, how we suffered, isn't it? Some benefits also there, digital or online teaching and learning, we started to understand. But here, how do we understand that the transportation is the lifeline of our economy? Analyze and infer the impact of roadways and railways on the national economy. Yes, when the what about the railways? What about the railways on our national economy? Analyze and infer the challenges faced by the roadways and railways sector in India. Yes, what is a major challenge? Is when you are starting one railway, new railway line, new roadway, how many people have to move away from there, along with how many natural, isn't it? The both flora and fauna may be affected. That is very important. So what is the impact? You should understand, or ask the children to learn. Suppose a new highway is coming in nearby you. What are the things they moved? What came instead of that? That way you can ask. Then comes the learning outcome of economics. That is, integrate various dimensions of globalization in terms of cultural, political, social, economic aspects. Then enumerate the concept of globalization and its definition, evaluation, impact on the global economy. Impact of the global economy, I have said as merits and demerits. Then appraise evolution of globalization, global trends. Is what about the global trend here? Yes, from the Bretton Woods to the WTO to the G20. Yes, that is the appraise evolution of globalization and global trends. Then enumerate the significance role of G20 and its significance in the light of India's present role. Then learning outcomes of political science. Analyze and infer how federalism is being practiced in India. Federalism is practiced in India. The first pages, second page, third page, it is written there. Then analyze implementation of decentralization through various institutions with respect to India. Here, you can ask the children to learn what is national highway, what is state highway, what is Panchayat road, how it is different. That will let them come. And enumerate the significance of role of G20 and its significance in the light of is the both I wrote together, that is India's present role. Yes. Then yes, then comes the okay, this one is decentralization is given. Then one more topic I have taken, that is regarding history, destructive impact of colonialization. That also I just have mentioning there, as it is a part of that. Heavy taxes, is changes in inheritance law, cattle plague, that is reindeer pest. There is a pronunciation I have seen different way in different. That is a cattle plague which has affected the farmers and especially the inhabitants of African people. Then free movement was not possible for mine workers. Positive impact of colonialization is role of technology, railway, steamships, telegraph. Yes, in India, we got the first railway line from Thane to Bombay in 1853. Yes, faster railways, lighter wagons, larger ships, European frozen meat. Yes, and shipping cost reduced price. All this, poor could also afford. So all this, some destructive impact and positive impact you can learn. Yes. There comes, yes, this is the concept maps. Concept maps. I told you if I'm getting time, okay. Before that, let me, all these are in videos, it is there. Let me talk about the yes, G20. Let me talk about the G20. If time is there, we can go back to that. This G20 is very important nowadays. That also, let me tell to you about the G20. Yes, what about the G20? G means the group of 20. That is, it is founded in 1999, and it is an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 countries and European Union. It addresses major issues related to the global economy and to retain the financial stability, or to sustain the financial stability. Then climate change mitigation. Is climate change is very difficult thing we are facing. Then sustainable development. What is sustainable development? That is for the fuller utilization of resources for the present generation as well as for the future generation in an eco-friendly manner. We are aiming at 17 sustainable development. 17 goals are the whole globe is expecting to attain. 17 SDGs are there. Among SDG 4 is high quality education for all. That is the SDG goal 4. Then all these come under the sustainable development. Then it is latest in a series of post-war to second war initiatives aimed at, what are they? International coordination of economic policy, in which include institutions such as Bretton Woods, IMF and IBRD, and what is now WTO. So earlier it was international twins, that is Bretton Woods, IMF, IBRD. Later it changed into WTO. It accounts 2/3 world's population and 80% of gross world production, GWP, and 75% of international trade. So these countries, that much, those countries are there. Their total production, their total population is a major and important area they cover. So that is importance of WTO. And since 2008, there's something there, and that I will read later on, the last lines. Then, since 2008, convene at least once in a year, we have to join the meeting, and post-war settlement and Bretton Woods institutions to pressurize economic stability, full employment in the industrial world. Its framework was agreed upon at United Nations Monetary and Financial Conference held in July 1944 at Bretton Woods in New Hampshire, USA. Conference, two institutions, IMF and IBRD, to finance post-war reconstruction. Fixed exchange rate was there, $35 for 1 ounce gold. That was a fixed exchange rate. It was not flexible exchange rate that time. And in 1947, that is, I am talking about here from the Bretton Woods changed to 1944 to 1947, 23 countries together came to GATT, that is General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, and boost its member nations' economies. Then GATT's organizational function have been observed into WTO. GATT's organizational functions have been observed into WTO. Then comes the G20. India holds the presidency of G20. That is, we are having the presidency position from 1st December to November 2023. 30th November 2023. And 18th summit of G20 will be held on this coming 9th September and 10th September in Delhi, where it is, that is in Bharata, that is Pragati Maidan. It is, that is in Bharata Maidan Mandapam, that is Pragati Maidan Convention Center. And it is having some pre-conferences also engaged, some pre-conferences also there. It is named differently with the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Different people are there. We are the educators, some are business people. So they are also having some pre-conferences before the G20. They are named as B20, that is business leaders, C20, that is civil society, then L20, land and employment leaders, S20, civil and economic delegates, then Y20, change makers, then U20, urban people, then W20, women. Yes. Then comes G20. G20 that New Delhi summit, we know. Then motto is one earth, one family, one future. Vasudeva Kudumbakam. Then the world is one family. G20 founded by finance ministers and the central bank governors of 7 countries. There is Canada, USA, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Japan. In Washington, D.C., they have came together, and all those countries' names have been given. That is, I will show you. That is Mexico, Indonesia, Argentina, Australia, Brazil, China, Republic of Korea, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, and European Union. So G20 has 2 tracks. G20 has 2 tracks. That is, one is finance track and another is Sherpa track. Finance ministers and central bank governors of the countries together come under the finance track. The group does not have permanent secretariat. That is the most important thing. The presidency is supported by Troika. That is, Troika means India in 23, we are having the presidency. And you have to see the previous year in 22, it was held in Indonesia. And the coming year, it is in Brazil, 24. So that is written here, Indonesia 22, India 23, and Brazil 24. That is the Troika. It is not having a permanent presidency. And its development is green development. So why we are talking about this G20? We are talking about different countries coming together to the Silk Road, to the transportation and communication, through the globalization, through the G20. So that is how we are connecting them. And green development, climate, finance, lifestyle for life environment, lifestyle for life environment. That is important. The global warming against several soil movement. All these are for getting a sustainable development for our earth. And accelerated, inclusive, resilient growth, accelerating progress on SDGs. SDGs should be progressed, developed, technological transformation and digital public infrastructure, multilateral institutions for 21st century. 21st century skills you have studied, you have understood. So the multilateral institutions for 21st century women-led development. Yes. Within 10 minutes, the meeting will finish. So any queries, this much I have to tell you what I wrote. Consent that one, you can go through the video. Anything else you want to ask, you can ask me now. Hello, my dear educators. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. I'm
Yes?
Anuradha.
Yes, tell
Can
me.
you just repeat the B20, C20, L20? Some of it I
Okay.
could write down, or
Okay.
yeah.
That screenshot you will get. B20 business ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just share this one. I'll just take a
Yes,
screenshot.
B20 business ladies, G20 civil
Yeah,
society.
I can see that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. L20 land and employment leaders.
Yes,
S20
ma'am.
civil and academic
Yeah.
delegates.
Got it, ma'am.
Hello.
Thank you.
Anything else? As a topic was, I had to run. That was the main thing. Hello?
Yeah, ma'am, that is understandable. It was quite
Hmm.
informative. Thank you. Somebody asked about exit point.
Exit card, that one. Okay. I will tell you what is exit card. Yes, you know, there may be a small type of papers, no? We used to get it like that. So there, either you can have the expressions. It may be typed like that, or you can write that I am fulfilled, I'm satisfied, not satisfied, and you can give to the teacher and go. That is exit card. After a class, ask the children to give the exit card. That means who understood the topic, who didn't understand, who need more explanation, it was satisfactory or not satisfactory, like that. Small paper cuttings can be given to the children. They will write down in there and give. And through the facial expression also, they can tick the facial expression and give. All this I have given there. I think is I will show you here. See the exit card. This pink color, no? This is one exit card. Yes, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
See, what is the facial expression? See that. That way you can draw or you can print and give like that. So prompt document learning, how to use individually with the small groups they can use, when to use, before the class or after the class. Before the class also you can ask them to write, what about the last day's class, whether I had to continue or not. Some of them may not be speaking like that. Let them write. And prompt document learning, prompts that emphasize the process of learning, prompts to evaluate the effectiveness of instruction. Some days they may not be having the openness to say about, teacher, I didn't understand, like that. So that is the exit card. So name of the student can be written or this way, through the facial expression, or I understood, not understood, like that. So majority what they get, according to that, they can go through that. Okay? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You will get more. I told
Yes,
you
ma'am.
that in that video it is there. Just I pasted it here. That only. Tell me anything more. I'm so happy to see Rose ma'am as my
Okay,
neighbor.
ma'am. Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, I see.
Huh?
Fine. Very good.
Personally, I didn't see of only you here. I think last session some teachers were there from my old school. All of them, this Sushila ma'am, this Victoria, then Anuradha, all of them I have seen through this online only. Their names are nowadays familiar to me, like that. I hope, any more doubt? So the template you have to use.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very informative. We learned a lot. Thank you.
Okay. See the template you have to give. According to the template, they ask them to do. Then divide the class into that and find out which all days you can give. So CBSE asks you to do in the class time itself. So class time itself do, or the we should not take the games period or like that. No. Yes, I know the difficulty of the social teacher, that I know. So allot the time and ask them to do it. It is not necessary that it should be continuous days. You can allot this day, like that. You have to complete this work and come, like that. And enough things you will get in the 9th standard to that flora and fauna, that wildlife, or that topics have been given. I didn't go through that. What about the interdisciplinary project here? Your portions are over, teachers?
No, ma'am, not it.
Not yet.
No, ma'am.
It's difficult.
No,
No,
ma'am.
I know.
Till the
It is
last one will
difficult.
be there.
Compared to last year, this year's portions are less.
Compared to last year, pardon?
This year's portions are less because the age of industrialization is not there for the examination.
See,
They're making up
let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. All of you go through the latest syllabus. Because
Yes,
some
ma'am.
groups may be
Ma'am,
there.
I
You
would,
just I have taken the printout of different years, different month syllabus, and go through that. You will find out some difficulty there. Please go through that. Okay.
Yes,
ma'am, I have a question to
okay.
ask.
Mm.
Ma'am, I have a question to ask. In
Okay.
the recent syllabus as well, which
Mm.
is released by the CBSE,
Okay.
it's given political parties is a part of syllabus and it is there.
Yes.
But in some, this one in groups, no, like I had got the information like political parties has been dropped out.
No,
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 ma'am, it is
no,
there.
no.
It is there,
Only
ma'am.
some pages, I think. No, no,
Yes,
just not
Yeah,
some
but
dropped out.
page it was there, ma'am. Only one page, it's not there.
That
That's
should
what
see.
I'm saying,
That
ma'am.
is why I am telling you, teachers, political science.
Yes.
It is the political science. Full clarity is there. I'm talking about history and history. I think
Political
history and
parties, ma'am. I mean,
geography also this way. My political science, it is clear. Already earlier, a popular struggle was there. It is not there now. Then some democracy and diversity, or that way. That
the democracy and diversity
and
that is not
there.
there.
The challenges of political
And
parties.
challenges has been
Some
removed.
democracy
Yeah.
is not there, isn't it? The other
In
part,
Asianet, they
parties,
were just showing, ma'am. Yeah.
the other
Okay,
one.
so political parties, it's there.
I'm asking you, teachers, you together, you ask your head of the institutions to ask the board to give more clarity regarding this. I am writing a lot of time about this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Have a blessed year. Blessed days coming. Okay. Thanks a
Ma'am,
lot for your
okay.
cooperation. You will get the certificate link. You have to fill it, the form, and send it. And okay, all the best. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Certificate link from where we go.
Group itself, you just go through there, you fill it, and you will get it. Okay. I have written it there in the group. Everything will be clear from the group. You will get all doubts you can clear there.